How's it going, everyone? Hope you're well and looking after yourselves as usual. Mr. Boulder back today with a quick contest entry for the beardy Red Viking himself, Simon, who's recently hit 125 subscribers on his channel. Congratulations, Simon. Excellent achievement, mate. And he's doing a 125 subscriber contest. So this is my contest entry. So for this, you've got to do three things. One is show a band or two that you like that people wouldn't expect you to like. Second one is to show one or two bands that people would expect you to like but you don't. And then the third step is just to show 5 albums from the last 5 years that you've really enjoyed. So number one, I've been pretty honest up front from the start on my channel about my very eclectic taste. So I doubt these are going to sort of surprise anyone really, but they might still surprise people. So I'm going to go with showing two artists that you might not expect me to like for the first question. And the first one is Altern-8, and this is Activate, Come With Me. This is the 12-inch single from 1991. Altern-8 were a big part of the rave scene here in the UK, which was absolutely huge back in the early 90s. If you're not familiar, rave is a kind of electronic dance music. I only picked this up a year or two ago at my local record shop. Great tune. Love this stuff. Well, I love some of it, not all of it. Some of it's absolutely horrendous. But there's the labels there. So this scene was huge when I was a kid. Well, a teenager, to say, back in the early 90s. And this is the second 12-inch theirs I got. And I actually bought this at the time of release. I've had this for 30 years because this came out in 1992. And this is their Hypnotic State 12-inch. And here we go again. A custom label. Not much to show there. Yeah, this stuff was massively popular amongst the cool kids. So even back then I was mixing up massively. At the time I was listening to Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Maiden, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, Warrant, stuff like that. I was also digging the rave scene, the electronic dance music. So that's the first one that I'll show. And the second one that I'll show, and this is Daryl Hall and John Oates. Absolutely love these guys. My mum and dad had this record back when I was younger, so I know the songs like the back of my hand. Pop rock, R&B, bit of soul in there. Very, very successful duo, especially in the late 70s and throughout the 80s. Absolutely massive. Songs in this I absolutely love. Like Private Eyes is one of my favourite songs ever. I Can't Go For That, No No. A lot of people know that one. Man Eater, One on One, Kiss on My List, stuff like that. Very pop, very, very successful. Saw these guys a few years ago at Wembley Arena. They're absolutely superb. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Incredibly poppy. So there we go. That's the answer to question one. Question two, talk about one or two bands you don't like. I'm just going to talk about one, and I can't show anything of theirs because that's how much I don't like them. I don't know anything by them. The band is Lamb of God. Now, before I go any further, I don't hate this band. I, in fact, think they're a very good band. They're very good at what they do. Their vocalist, Randy Blythe, actually, I think is a fantastic frontman and a great vocalist. But musically, these guys do absolutely nothing for me whatsoever. Whenever I've heard them, whether it be on record or live, because they played at Bloodstock this year when I was there, for me, musically, it just doesn't do anything for me. And every time I listen to them, for me, everything about their music is completely overpowered by the triggered double kick drums, which always seem to be like really high in the mix. I remember going to Slayer's farewell tour, and me and my wife went to the bar to get beer and missed their entire set because it took that long to get through the beer queue. But all you could hear was the triggered kick drums just completely overpowering everything. And Randy's vocals you could hear, but the rest of it couldn't really make out anything else. So they're a good band. They're all good musicians. Randy's a great vocalist. But their music just doesn't speak to me on any sort of level whatsoever. And I really am surprised when I see him, headlining festivals and selling tons and tons of albums, because I just listen to them and think, I just don't get what people get out of them. It just doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. But a good band, but yeah, just not for me. I'm never going to own anything of theirs because it just interests me that little. So the third thing is to show 5 albums from the last 5 years that you've really, really enjoyed. So I'll start from 2018. And the first thing I'm going to show is Cancer and their Shadow Gripped album, their comeback album, which for me is an album that's completely flown under the radar. This is really, really strong and no one ever talks about it, but I think it's really, really good. It's got the hilariously badly titled Ball Cutter on it, which is quite laughable. But this is a great album, solid death metal. Garrot's a great tune. Organ Snatcher, Half Man, Half Beast, Thou Shalt Kill, Shadow Gripped. Yeah, people never talk about this one, and it was the return of the original lineup. But I think it's really good, but people don't talk about it. But that's my choice for 2018, Cancer's Shadow Gripped. From 2019, it's surely one of the best comeback albums ever, and I'm not joking either. Possessed's Revelation of Oblivion, it just absolutely floored me when I heard it. It's just absolutely superb. This was their first release in 33 years, I think it was, and it's just an absolute beast of an album. No More Room in Hell, Dominion, Damned, Abandoned, Shadow Cult, absolutely fantastic song. Jeff Becerra's vocals are superb. Omen, Ritual, Temple of Samuel, an absolutely phenomenal comeback album, which I think everyone was looking forward to this, but I think everyone was just blown away by just how good it is, and it's just absolutely phenomenal, superb album from these guys. From 2020, going over to Ireland now, and this is Gamma Bomb and their Sea Savage album. Love these guys, discovered them about 2006. Excellent thrash metal from over in Ireland. Great album. I think this is their latest one. I think they've got a new one coming soon. So looking forward to that coming out. This is great stuff. Title track's brilliant. Miami Super Cop's probably my favourite song on the album. Iron Blood's great. Rusty Jaw. Ready Steady Goat. Gone Haywire. Thrash with its tongue in its cheek. These guys don't take themselves massively too seriously. Superb thrash from these guys. Absolutely love it. That's Gamma Bomb Sea Savage. An album from last year. And this is Bewitcher and Cursed Be Thy Kingdom. Everyone was raving about this album, so I knew I had to check it out, and I wasn't disappointed at all. It's absolutely fantastic. For me, it's kind of old school heavy metal, but definitely with a lot of black metal in the vocals. Definitely some Venom in there as well, I think. This is one of those albums that lived up to the hype. Really, really good stuff. Electric Phantoms is great. Title track's excellent. Metal Burner, The Widow's Blade, Silent the Wolf. Superb stuff from these guys. Need to get more of their stuff. Definitely a band I need to take a deeper dive into. This is the only one I've got at the moment, but this is really good. So that's Bewitcher's Cursed Be Thy Kingdom. And an album from this year that I've really been enjoying is Decapited's Cancer Culture. This is their best album for at least 15 years, I reckon. They're very much a 100% death metal album in the early days. Changed their style to more of a core groove style probably about 10, 12 years ago. This one's still got a lot of that here, but this has got a lot more of the old school death metal from the early days in it as well. So this is probably why it's my favourite for such a long time. Excellent album from these guys. Just a Cigarette's a great tune. Hello Death. Suicidal Space Program Locked. Loving this one. Listen to it loads. And it's definitely going to be featured in my top albums of the year list because it's just an absolutely excellent slice of death metal / groove. Brilliant stuff from Decapitated. That's Cancer Culture. Absolutely lovely stuff from these guys. So that's definitely one of my favourite albums of this year. Right, guys, that's it for this week. Nice and short video. Like I say, head over to Simon's channel if you're not familiar with it. He's put us out great stuff. He's a great guy. Let's bump his subs up even more. I shall catch up with you soon. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye.